We are conditioned to look at the scoreboard first: who has the most money, the highest title, or the most prestigious degree. We learn to measure the quality of our lives by how far we outpace the person standing right next to us. This framework tethers your self-worth to unpredictable external variables. You have no control over another person's innate talent, the circumstances they were handed, or the shifting criteria of the people judging your performance. Chasing validation through comparison guarantees a persistent state of anxiety. If your worth depends on being better than someone else, you can never truly be at peace. In 1934, long before his legendary coaching run, John Wooden was a high school teacher dealing with a frustrating standard. Parents viewed anything less than an A grade as a total failure, regardless of how much effort the student had actually exerted. Wooden realized this was an inaccurate measure of a person's worth. Judging an average, hard-working student against a naturally gifted one was inherently unfair. One was maximizing their capacity, while the other was simply relying on a head start. He spent years crafting a new definition. Success is the peace of mind derived from the self-satisfaction of knowing you did your absolute best to become the best you are capable of becoming. This shifted the finish line entirely. Success was no longer a public comparative metric. It became a private internal standard that only the individual could truly judge. To systematize this definition, Wooden engineered a behavioral roadmap. He called it the pyramid of success. The cornerstones of the entire system are industriousness, defined as calculated, meticulous hard work, and enthusiasm, the genuine joy found in the labor itself. A foundation built on anything less will eventually crumble. Higher-level character traits can only be sustained if they are supported by a base of joyful, disciplined effort. While the corners are individual, the next blocks require the integration of others. Reaching your full potential involves friendship, loyalty, and cooperation. This was the engine behind Wooden's 1964 UCLA squad. They lacked a dominant superstar to carry the load, so they had to rely entirely on collective trust to execute their signature full-court press. Self-obsession creates a ceiling on what you can achieve. Genuine team spirit acts as a force multiplier, allowing a group to accomplish things that would be impossible for 5 individuals acting alone. The middle layers of the pyramid demand self-control. This is the ability to remove emotional spikes and avoid the frantic highs and lows that cloud rational judgment when things go wrong. This is paired with initiative. You must have the courage to act decisively and push your own boundaries, treating mistakes as the necessary tuition for growth, rather than a source of paralysis. At the peak of preparation, you find condition, which encompasses moral and mental fitness, and skill, the absolute mastery of fundamentals. Only after these layers are secured can you reach poise and confidence. Wooden defined poise as the state of just being you, regardless of the pressure, refusing to fake or pretend to be anything other than your prepared self. These final traits are earned through the work that preceded them. They are the natural byproducts of having every foundational layer of preparation firmly in place. This methodology contains a supreme irony. By demanding his players ignore the scoreboard and focus exclusively on their own internal effort, Wooden's teams achieved a level of external dominance that has never been matched. Over a 12-year run, they won 10 national championships. They didn't just win, they developed high-performing individuals who reached the absolute pinnacle of their potential.
These results were the byproduct of players focusing strictly on the internal blocks of their own character. They measured themselves against their own capacity, not the opponent across from them. Perfecting your internal effort is the only reliable strategy for maximizing your external results. The pyramid transcends basketball. It serves as a rigorous moral and spiritual compass for parents, managers, and leaders in any field who want to reach their own capacity. True victory remains a private metric. When the lights go out, you're the only person on earth who knows if you exhausted your potential. Stop measuring your progress against someone else's ladder. Start laying the bricks for your own internal pyramid.